In this tutorial we will train a robot to reach a goal avoiding obstacles. As our training method, we will use an imitation learning algorithm called GALE. Imitation learning could be useful in cases we know how we want the robot to perform but when it is difficult to define reward function. This technique can also be useful in dynamic obstacle avoidance, manipulation and for other applications. Now let's see the theory. So, what is GALE? GALE stands for Generative Adversarial Imitation Learning. GALE is a technique for learning a decision-making policy in a sequential environment by imitating trajectories collected from an expert demonstrator. GALE follows the Generative Adversarial Network template, with a learned policy serving as the generator network, and a discriminator network classifying expert trajectories from generated trajectories. The learned policy is optimized by reinforcement learning with a reward signal derived from the discriminator. Let's see how exactly this happens. Firstly, we have to prepare a dataset which is called expert demonstrations. Expert demonstration is an array of states and actions. Generally, in machine learning, array of states and actions is called trajectory. In the generator, agent X based on the state obtained from an environment and a policy. The trajectory obtained from generator is also used in the discriminator to distinguish the expert trajectories from the trajectories produced by the policy. By calculating optimal negative log loss of the binary classification problem, discriminator outputs a reward vector which is then used to optimize the policy in the generator. Now let's see the definition of our problem. We have a field of size 5.4 by 5.4 meters on which the robot will move. The field is divided into 9 large squares. Each large square consists of 9 small squares. In the middle of the lower left square, there is the start area of the robot. And in the middle of the upper right square, there is the goal area. There are 2 black cubes placed inside each large square, except for the large square areas with start or goal areas. Each episode, location of each pair of cubes is changed randomly within a large square to which they belong. The objective of this simulation is to train the robot to move from the start area to the goal area without colliding with the cubes. The agent uses LiDAR scan of every 18-degree and x, y difference of the robot coordinates and center of the goal area. So, state space is represented as one-dimensional array with 22 elements. The robot can move in x, y directions and rotate around the u-axis. So, action space is represented as one-dimensional array with 3 elements. Before executing the training, we have to collect trajectory data. Data format follows the format described in the D4RL GitHub page. This data is saved in the HDF5 format. HDF stands for Hierarchical Data Format. Hierarchical data format is a set of file formats designed to store and organize large amount of data. To handle HDF5 data format, we will use the H5Py library. Let's take a look at the code. Please download the imitation learning raw zip file, extract it and move to the scripts folder. Open the collect data Python script. In the gazebo env class there are functions such as step and reset, which are defined to perform simulation. In these lines, services to start, pause and reset simulation are defined. Here we are defining entities, that is positions and orientations of the boxes. In these lines, velocity of each Omni robot's wheel is calculated based on joypad inputs. Here, NumPy array containing robot wheel velocities is converted to float64 multi-array type and published. Here, simulation resumes, waits for a time period defined by time delta and pauses the simulation again. This is done to obtain state values that have changed by the action that robot took. Note that it is important to set the time delta value to a proper value so that changes are not too small or too big, otherwise, neural network will not be able to learn. In these lines, we define conditions of episode termination. One episode ends when the robot approaches the goal point within the radius of 35 centimeters. Note that here we also set reward values, but in Gale we will not use these values. In this line, we establish random number generator. Default RNG is the recommended constructor for the random number class generator. Note that we define generator using seed values. This is done to ensure reproducibility of the simulation. Since we have 7 large squares and 2 boxes inside each of them, we are generating 7 pairs of random numbers. Here, we set the replace argument to false in order to generate 2 different random numbers. In this part, we associate an x and y coordinate to each cube according to generated random number. In these lines, each cube is replaced to its new position and the robot is placed on its start position. In getModelState class, we obtain position of the robot. These position values are used to calculate difference of the robot's position and the goal position. In the JoySubscriber class, values of joypad stick position are obtained. Axis indices and sign may differ depending on joypad model. In the LiDAR subscriber class, LiDAR scan of every 18 degree is obtained. Value 7.465 represents the maximum distance value that can be obtained within the field. In the while loop, each step we obtain values that will be saved to an HDF file. Each time step each value is added to the list. We collect data for 40 episodes. Finally, collected data is saved to the file. Now let's run data collection. Before executing the simulation, make sure that you have moved 2 models inside the models folder to the Gazebo models directory. Also, execute the build command inside this directory. Build, install, log directories will be generated after execution of the build command. Connect joypad to a computer. Open a new terminal. Execute the source command. Then launch the main launch XML file. After Gazebo World appears, open another terminal and run the collect data py script. Operate the robot to the goal area. After the simulation ends, the HDF5 file will be generated inside the data directory. To execute training, after launching Gazebo, run the train imitation learning py script. After training completes, models and metric files will be generated in the logs directory. We can visualize metrics by using the metrics visualization py script. To test generated model, execute the test imitation learning py script.